Hello everyone, this is Grace. It is January the 24th, 2023, and we are continuing our study on the Lunar Sabbath. Now, I had told you guys I was on the mend. I think that was a bit premature. I was not able to study. However, I was really hoping to wrap this study up, but it looks like it's going to have to go on a little bit longer. However, we're going to try and approach it a little bit differently. I'm going to start incorporating what truths I have into the video as best I can. I can't study and find it. Like, I can't read through all the year scriptures and try to find something to support the year. I can't read through all the monthly scriptures. I can't do all of that. But the things that I can meditate on, I'm going to start trying to incorporate more truths into the videos as opposed to just pointing out the flaws or, you know, just pointing out because it's not necessarily flaws. It's like logic errors that I've been pointing out in the Lunar Sabbath videos. I'm going to do as best I can until I'm able to start studying again. That's the good thing about these videos, is that it's actually been kind of nice, except for it's just been so long, is that I don't have to study for them. I can listen to the videos and then I can just meditate on what they're saying and then find the logic errors in them. So anyway, but I have come up with some ideas. I won't have scriptures for them. You don't have to believe them, though. Once I can study, then I'll try and find some scriptures. I'll try and find some scriptural support. But right now, we're just going to use logic. Just logic in these next couple of videos until I can go no further. Then we'll just have to figure it out from there. Anyway, let's... Okay, I didn't write this study out. We're going to use scriptures for this one. I did pull up some scriptures for this. So, the Lunar Sabbatarians, they like to say that the moon regulates the seasons. However, when you look at the way that this is written, it does not say that at all. Now, we know that this is just saying there's a clock in the sky. You can use this. David is speaking of the wonderful things that God has done. And God has put a clock in the sky. You can use this verse to identify the new months. You can also use it to identify the days. Don't regard the fact that we can see the moon during the daytime. That doesn't have anything to do with the scriptures. The scriptures say that the sun rules over the day and the moon rules over the night. So when the day ends, the night begins. The moon rules over the night. Plain and simple. So you can use this to identify the month. You can use it to identify the day as well. But it doesn't regulate anything. And it doesn't say that it regulates anything. That has to be, it just can't even be pushed into the scriptures. You just have to deceive people in order to say that it does. So I looked up words with this, H4150, because it says he appointed the moon for seasons. And then I looked up where it says appointed for. So let's look at some of the scriptures that I found. And the Lord God said, "It is not good that man should be alone. I will make him an helpmeet for him." So who is it? What is the purpose of it? Is this to control the man? Is she supposed to control the man? Is him making the woman supposed to control him in any kind of way? No. He has the man. The man's already there. He's just doing something for the man. Plain and simple. That's all that this is saying. That's all it says in Genesis as well. Let's go to Genesis real quick. I think I have it highlighted here. And God said, "Let there be lights in the firmament of the heaven to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs and for seasons and for days and for years." It does not even begin to pretend to say that these lights are regulating the signs, the seasons, the days, and the years. They are to help you identify when these times are. And that's all it implies. It implies nothing more. As a matter of fact, it tells you what they do. Let them be for lights in the firmament of the heaven to give light upon the earth. And it was so. And God made two great lights, the greater light to rule the day and the lesser light to rule the night. He made the stars also. I cannot even begin to think that anything here means that the moon regulates anything. It's nonsense to me. It's nonsense. I can't see it at all. But let's go on. And he spake unto him again and said, Peradventure there shall be 40 found there. And he said, I will not do it for 40's sake. How does this control the 40 in any way whatsoever? It doesn't. He's doing it for the sake of the 40. Because the 40 is already there. So that is what is influencing him to not destroy the people. One has to already be created, and that is what influences the other. The moon has no influence whatsoever over the seasons, over the appointed days. It's there for ease. It's made for those days to be identified easily by us. Go now to the flock and fetch me from thence 2 good kids of the goat, and I will make them savory meat for thy father. So the father is there. He wants the meat. She's going to make the meat for him. Does the meat control him? Does her making the meat control the father? No. You cannot read it in there. I'm telling you, it has to be told to you. It's almost impossible to see it. It's so far off from the truth that it's almost impossible to see it. And Jacob journeyed to Succoth. You can see how strange it sounds when we look at the other examples. Same words, same syntax almost. And it's almost impossible to switch it around to make it mean what they say. And Jacob journeyed to Succoth and built him an house and made booths for his cattle. Can you change that around easily and make this control the cattle? It's hard. It's really hard to do. I'm telling you. No one thinks that way. Not naturally. And he made curtains of goats here for the tent over the tabernacle. He made a covering for the tent. He made, H4213, a covering for the tent of rams. He made boards for the tabernacle of shittim wood. He made boards for the tabernacle, 20 boards. And for the sides of the tabernacle, westward, he made 6 boards. It's for the sides of the tabernacle. Solomon made also an house for Pharaoh's daughter. I think you get the point. Let's see how many more we have. We just have a couple more. We'll read through them. And the king commanded Hilkiah, the high priest, and the priest of the second order, and the keepers of the door to bring out of the temple of the Lord all the vessels that were made for Baal and for the grove and for all the hosts of heaven. Were they made to serve Baal? Oh, wait, no. Baal had to serve the vessels. The vessels were made to control Baal. Well, these are all just fake gods anyway, so one over the other doesn't really make that much of a difference. A feast is made for laughter, okay? So we can't laugh without the feast. Without permission from the feast, we're not allowed to laugh. Ye made also a ditch between the 2 walls for the water of the old pool. How many more of these? Okay, one more. We'll do the last one. Then wrought Bezaleel and Aholiab and every wise-hearted man in whom the Lord put wisdom, wrought is the word here, and understanding to know how to work, no, it's this one here, how to work all manner of work for the service of the sanctuary. That's the last one. So the word made or appointed here does not prove anything. It's not, first of all, the interpretation is entirely wrong. The interpretation is a clock. He appointed the moon for seasons. The sun knows it's going down. I mean, it's a clock, so it's not really wrong, but the purpose of it, the true purpose of it can be seen when it's interpreted in context. Okay? He appointed the moon for seasons. This is correct. We use the sun and the moon to identify the seasons, to help us identify the holy days. The sun works in conjunction with the moon in order to help us identify them. That's just the way it works. And that's the way it's written. If you use this in any other context and somebody hasn't told you that these are supposed somehow controlling the seasons or regulating the seasons in some kind of way, you would never come away with that understanding. When you read it, you don't come away with that understanding. That has to be told to you. It has to be taught to you. Anyway, that's all I have to say. I will talk to you in the next video.